Hi there, welcome to week 3 posture. Today we're going to go through again a series of 10 exercises, all focused on that little bit of mobility around hips and shoulders, getting over that screen time from the week we've just had and activating those muscles to help maintain the proper posture. So first off, let's have a sit down. We're going to do sit and reach to start. So loosening out the upper back, stretching out the hamstrings a little bit. Sit on the floor, toes up, feet together, back of the knees as close to the ground as you can, and start with your fingers on your knees. Take a breath in, breathe out, reaching down as far as you can. Some of you may only get to your socks, some of you may only get past your knees, some of you may be able to get your hands past your toes. Wherever that is for you is where you finish. Take a breath out, sit up, nice and straight, take a breath out. Try and get a tiny bit past where you were last time. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up, breathe in. Breathe out. A little further. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Big stretch. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in. Breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Up you come to a kneeling position. Kneeling on the floor, one knee on the ground, 1 foot forward. Sitting up nice and tall with your core switched on, place your arms out to the side, shoulder blades together. Then you're going to rotate your upper body, okay, turning your head with your chest. So if I turn to the left, I'm looking to the left, get as far around the corner as I can, and back to the center, and out to the other side. 1. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Try and keep the arms at 3 and 9 on the clock. Try not to let this arm come right around the corner. Keep your chest open as wide as you can. And make it your chest that rotates. We'll do 1 more each way. And now let's change leg. Alright, up nice and tall. Core switched on. Hands open. Breathe in. Breathe out and twist. And switch it over. Good. 2 more each way. One more each way. Last one. Super. All right, lying on your side on the floor. Place your elbow on the floor directly underneath your shoulder and hook your heels up towards your bum. This is a 2-phase process. First of all, you lift your hips up off the ground, and then you lift your top knee as high as you can, keeping your feet close together. Then slowly bring the 2 down, and this time try and lift doing the 2 at the same time. 2, hips up and knee up. 3, hips push forwards, creating a straight line from your shoulders, hips and ankles. 4. Control down. 5. Good. 6. 7. Good, that leaves 1 left. And 8. Good for switching on the core on the inside as well as the glutes on the outside of the hips. Flip it over to the opposite side. Elbow under the shoulder. Heels tucked up towards the bum. Top hand either on your hip or up in the sky. And then hips up, knees open, and control down slowly. Number 2, lift and slowly down. Good. It's good to have that control. 3. It's a harder workout. Okay. So it targets the muscles a bit more. 4. 5. Good lateral stability and glute activation. 6. And leaves 2 left. 7. Last one, number 8. Lift, push the hips forward, knees open, and slowly down. Fantastic. We're going into the pigeon stretch with a thread the needle option to it. So, pigeon stretch we did before last week. In the push-up position, to start, bring the knee up and under in between your hands, slide back, keeping those hips looking straight down at the floor. This time, rather than just lying flat down, we're going to add, okay, so this is my left leg that's up underneath me. My right arm reaches through the needle and I'm trying to get my right shoulder to the floor. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up and go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. And last one. Sit back into it more. Reach through the gap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's flip it up and over to the opposite side. Start in the push-up position. This time I have my right knee up in between my hands and I'm going to go left arm through the gap. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift. Last one. Reach through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up to the top. Alright. Next off we need a chair. Bring in the chair beside you. Place one foot on the chair. Okay, just the edge of the foot right at the top of the laces. And then bring the knee to the floor. If the foot needs to slide forward a bit, that's fine. Okay, so the knee is on the ground. Take this foot forward so your shin is vertical. Okay, hands on that leg. Core in nice and tight and straighten up. Bringing your bum back towards meeting your heel. Getting a big stretch from over the front of the hip all the way down to your kneecap. Up nice and high. Alright, if it's a bit sore, if you're on a hard floor, it's good to have something soft underneath. To get that little bit extra, try tucking and squeezing your bum. Okay, and that really brings in a deep stretch into the quad. The more you tuck and squeeze, the bigger the stretch you'll find. Really important to stretch out the front of the hips after sitting for a long periods this week. Alright, let's switch it over. Opposite foot onto the chair. Step forwards with the other. Up nice and tall. Tuck under. Squeeze the bum. Get a nice big stretch through the quad. Keep your torso upright. If you find yourself leaning forward, that's going to release the stretch at the top of the hip. Try and have your body straight from your knee all the way up through your torso, right out through your head at the top. So up nice and tall, squeeze the bum, tuck under and hold. Good, keep going for it now, another 10 seconds. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super. Next of all, you're coming with me. What I want you to do is try and find yourself a doorway. All right, a little walk through the house here. We're going to go over to a door nearby, and we're going to stretch our chest in the doorway. Okay, so here's a nice doorway. I'm going to place my elbows up on the outside of the doorway, where my elbow is the same height as my shoulder. Not below, not above, dead straight. So a horizontal line from elbow to elbow right through my shoulders. Then with one foot, and it doesn't matter which one, I take a breath in, take a breath out, and I step through the doorway, leaving my elbows behind. So I'm pushing my chest out in front of my elbows to feel it stretch right across the front of the shoulders and chest. Okay, breath in, breath out, and push a little harder. Hold that squeeze right through there, and a big stretch through the front of the chest. Core still locked in. And one last bit, last step. Breath in, breath out, another inch in, push, hold that stretch, right, big pull across the front of the shoulder and chest. If you're right-handed or left-handed, you may feel it more on one side, or if you've slightly twisted as you come through, but try and step right through with the chest as far as you can. Don't come out of this quickly, nice and slowly, back out of it, let the arms come down. You might feel a little tingly. Right, back to our chair. Okay, this time we're going to need the tall end, the back side of the chair. So I'm going to spin the chair around. I'm going to place one hand with my thumb up on the chair and assume a squat position with my feet. So feet just outside hip distance apart. Okay, and then I'm going to place my hand on my hip. I'm going to drop my head and chest and shoulders down as low as I can till I begin to feel the stretch all the way along my back. Okay, rounding my back just like we did last week. If I need to step a little further away, do. Okay, so I'm trying to get my hand as far forward as I can and my hips as far back as I can to get this big stretch all the way down the lats on the side. Breath in, breath out, try and sink the chest a little lower. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch it over, opposite hand. Hand on with thumb up, really important. Sink into the stretch, rounding the back and sinking my hips back as far away from my hand as I can get it to get the big stretch all the way down from my armpit, right down the side of my body towards my outside hip. Holding that stretch, breath in, breath out, try and sink a little lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. All right, we're going to spin the chair around to sit on it this time. Okay, so taking a seat on the chair. All right, you're going to then go into a bent over position. So bringing your chest pretty much to rest on your thighs. Okay, bending yourself, sandwiching down in half. Hands start down by your legs. Pull the elbows back and hands behind you, squeezing into the W shape. And then from that W shape, hold a squeeze in the shoulder blades. Try and move to the Y without losing squeeze in the shoulder blades. Back down to W, and then release back down. We're going to do 8 of these. W, squeeze, hold, 2, 3. Y, squeeze, 1, 2, 3. Back to W, and out. That's 2. Here we go. W, Y, W, and release. 3. W, Y, W, and release. Good. Number 4. Squeeze, 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 and release. Halfway there. Here's number 5. Squeeze, Y, W, and release. W, Y, W, and release. 2 to go. Squeeze, Y, W, and release. If when you go into that Y, you're seeing your hands, okay, you're not high enough. You should have your arms and hands out of your peripheral vision all the time. Fantastic. All right. We're going to stay seated, okay, for our next exercise. And what I want you to do is to focus on this. When I talk about contracting those shoulder blades, okay, it's quite easy when we go into the W to position to do it, okay, because it forces us to squeeze those shoulder blades. What I want you to try and do this time is sitting up tall. Pull your chin back in, okay, like you're trying to give yourself a double chin, but what it does is lengthens the muscles in the back of your neck, okay, which is good when you've been chin forward looking at a screen. Okay, so chin back in, like you're trying to give yourself a double chin, okay, and then shoulders back, just like we do in the W. Hold the shoulders back, lift your hands up in front. Try not to let your shoulders elevate, all right? You want to keep them as down, as far away from your ears as you can, double chin. Now reach forwards and pull the shoulders back. So these are just called retractions, forwards and backwards. So there's no bending in the elbows, there's no pulling action, okay? It's just the shoulders going forwards, shoulders pulling backwards. Keep that double chin, keep the core switched on, sitting up as tall as you can, okay? So here is strong, squeeze the shoulder blades together, relax back out, squeeze shoulder blades together, relax back out. Two more. Squeeze shoulder blades and relax back out. Last one, chin in, core on, squeeze and release. Good. All right. Now we're moving into our last exercise, which is just standing and walking with correct posture. All right, so I'm going to start here close to you so you can see what I'm doing. So chin in. All right. Create that double chin, create that length in the neck. From chin forward to chin in. Step one, maintain that chin in. Pull the shoulders back and down. Step two, so neck, shoulders, now hips, tuck, squeeze and squeeze, hold. All right, so there's a good bit of tension going through your body, holding what would be close to perfect posture. All right, straight neck, contraction of rhomboids and shoulder stabilizers, contraction of glutes and core to stabilize your hips and lower back. Okay, now all I'm going to get you to do is holding those three things, walk forwards or backwards, whichever way you've got space. So I'm going to have to go backwards, okay, holding them, holding them, holding them, holding them. Stop, contract, shoulders back, chin in, go forwards or backwards, whichever. All right. Holding them, holding them, holding them. Good. Set them again and go. Feels odd, doesn't it, eh? Set them again, just every single time. Now, you may not have to move them, it's just that focus. All right. I'm getting a good pull through my shoulder blades. My shoulder blades are a little tired from the exercises we've already done, and a little good switch on with the core as well. Okay. So I'm feeling it even though I'm not doing any sit-ups, okay? I'm just that much tension building up myself through my core and through my glutes. All right, one last one. We're gonna walk forward to finish. Good, hold and relax. Breath in, breath out, relax. Last one, breath in, breath out and relax. Thanks for joining me this week. Have a good weekend and we'll see you soon.